Hey everybody, how's it going?
Happy Saturday.
Yes, happy Saturday. It's Terrence and Jill.
We made it. We
Yes.
almost didn't because I'm like a walking mommy. Still eating fruits and vegetables. When the last time we went out to dinner? We haven't been out to dinner or out
Since
to
you
eat.
started this thing.
This detox. I'm still in my detox. But I was just thinking, where was the last time we went to eat?
Before.
But where? Like I
can't even. Right across the water.
That was the last place we ate?
Yeah. We went to the place right on the other side of the lake, and we sat out there. And
that wasn't the last time. I gotta think because I think it was breakfast we went to go get, like Bob Evans or somewhere. I don't know, but
that was. We went to Bob Evans.
Like I want some food, so.
Well, but you the one started this.
I know, but it really feels good, and I really think I'm gonna do it. Like I really think I'm gonna stop laughing at me. No, I think I'm gonna go 80% plant based, but we'll see. I like the benefits that it's doing. Regular, going to the bathroom and all that.
Well, okay, well.
So, but I'm hungry. So anyway, hey y'all.
Y'all see what we.
Happy Saturday. No, because let me tell y'all, I'm bored. Like we usually, like I don't even want to go nowhere because every time we go out, it's usually to go get something to eat.
Well, that's true.
So it's beautiful outside. It's like 80 degrees outside, and
for those of y'all that don't know what we're talking about,
I'm on a detox.
She's on a detox, and this detox was to last like 21 days or something like that.
Raw fruits and raw vegetables.
And here's the thing now, when she started, she was like, oh, you know what? I'm feeling this. I'm going to push this 21 days to 30 days.
Yeah, because my detox is only supposed to be, if the pills is long enough for 20 days, but I was trying to push it to 30 days, but I'm on my 20th day, my 19th day. So I want some cooked food. But anyway, we haven't been out. That's the point.
So
we haven't been anywhere. But
I was waiting on this conversation. I was really waiting on this conversation because I can tell y'all that we're not going to go too many weeks in a row and I don't take her out to eat.
Right.
So I was expecting this conversation to come.
But So anyway, hey y'all, I'm hungry. I don't know how y'all vegans do it, but I got to the point I go days without even eating. I don't want no fruit. I'm tired of smoothies. I'm just over it. So anyway, thank y'all for tuning in, for subscribing. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed.
Yes.
If you're new to this channel, this is Terrence and Jill.
Yes.
We are newly, as we're officially in April, so our 1 year anniversary is on the 23rd.
And it's gonna be off the chain.
It's gonna be off the chain. But we so if you don't know our story, just briefly, we were in the waiting room. We waited for God to send us each other. We refused to settle, and we encourage you all not to settle. So if you're in the waiting room, wait on God because it is coming. If you made your petition known, He is working.
And trust that it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it.
Yes, trust that it's worth it.
Do not cheat yourself by trying to rush it and think that you can find someone on your own.
Yes.
Allow God to do that for you.
Yes, I was 52 when I walked down the aisle. Never got married, never had any children, and I was willing to even sacrifice motherhood for the sake of finding who God had for me.
Yes.
So, and in return, I ended up getting 2 beautiful bonus babies, 2 twins, or twins, not 2 twins. But yes, so please subscribe. I'll put the link at the bottom to our very first video, which was like 2.5 years ago,
Wow. Yes.
About how we met and our whole story. So I'll put that video down there. But please please subscribe. Yes. Please turn on your notifications and turn on your notifications. When you turn on your notifications, make sure you select all so that you'll get the notification when we come on Tuesdays live. So Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're on live. And so you'll only get that notification if you hit the notification button and select the all notifications. So make sure you do that. And make sure you leave some comments. Because we love reading your comments and stuff.
Yes.
What else we gotta tell them before we get into this hot
topic? And please, if you get a chance, go back and look at all of our videos.
Yes.
Because we have a buffet of videos that's out there now. And if there's any topic that you would like us to look at and share some content on, please let us know.
Yes. Yeah, and somebody put a comment the other day about us reading letters. So if you have a letter you want to send us, email us at terrenceandjill@gmail.com or DM us, and we'll read the letter here and answer it. Just so you know, we're not relationship experts.
Yes.
We don't give relationship advice here. We just sharing our testimony about how we were singles in waiting. So our platform is to encourage singles. If you're married and you get something good out of this, drop some advice for us too, because we just 1 year in.
Yeah, we just want to help those that are still in God's waiting room.
Yep.
And just to encourage you to stay at it, stay very, very consistent and trusting in Him, and allow Him to do what He's going to do with you, through you, by you.
And for you. And whatever you do, don't settle. You know, in your deep down, what they say in my deep down shanana, you know if you are settling or something doesn't feel right. Listen to that small, still voice, because that's usually, God's telling you this. I got something better for you. Now, when you do come across the person, 9 times out of 10, it'll come with a piece that you cannot understand. And you'll be able to not have a strong grip on it, because you know that God is working it all out. So, so that was.
And a lot of times you won't even be expecting it. You'll be doing something, your mind will be totally somewhere else, and all of a sudden you turn around and bam, it's right there, and you're thinking, where in the world did this come from?
Yes.
And so, that's when you know you giving it to God, because you at peace and you're not even thinking about it.
Yes, and if He's for you, you'll really know it. You ain't got to question it. You ain't got to question Him. You will know it. So,
So what we talking about today, baby?
All right. So today we're talking about the red flag. That one red flag that caused each of us to run and run fast. Now, don't get me wrong. There are many types of red flags out there, or flags waving that, that was like something ain't right. And that could include like what? Something like what?
Like somebody just too impatient.
Okay, somebody trying to rush the process. Yeah, I looked at things like I looked at their social circle, like if the guys got all guy friends or no married friends. That was like a flag that was a flag that was waving. If he, how he recovered from a fall, like if he got a divorce, like did he stay down, or if he lost his job, did he stay down, or did he get go through a. Now I look at all of that. I look at voluntary accomplishments, like did he is he certified in a trade? Did he go to college, get a degree? Did he go in the military and came out honorably? I look at those type of things, because all those things say if a person has good decision making skills.
It's funny you said military. And the reason why that was funny to me is because we used to always say, in the military, there's a saying that says, man, you curse like a sailor, and whenever I meet a woman that just, every 2 words, it's like,
a curse word.
Wow, it's a curse word. To me, it's like,
that's a red flag.
To me, that's a red flag for me, because I don't curse a lot. And very seldom, so to me, to hear it that much,
I ain't never heard you curse.
It's like, really?
I never heard you. Now, don't be doing me. But I repented. But those are like flags that's waving, and those are some of the flags like you gotta not overlook. You gotta consider. No one's perfect. You gotta kind of don't ignore those waving flags. Yes. But today we're talking about the red flag that caused us to run.
Yes.
All right, so baby, you go with your red flag that caused you to just say, nope, I don't want to see her no more after that first date or whatever.
Yeah. That, and this was easy for me.
Okay.
It was easy. You know, I took this woman out on a date, right? And we go out to eat. And I'm thinking, you know, we're gonna have a nice meal, we'll go to a nice restaurant. And soon as we meet, we get inside, we sit down, and it's like soon as we sat down, she just started picking everybody in the restaurant apart. I mean, she's looking around. Why they wear this? And that's just ugly. And look at what they eating. And I mean, everything was a negative thing about somebody. And I'm thinking, we only know these people. Who cares? Let these people eat, you know? But she was just, and then she started, and if it was me, and then, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I need to take her home right now because this right here just ain't gonna get it. And that was probably, I mean, I'm sitting in there. I think the whole meal lasted like maybe 45 minutes, but that was the longest. 45 minutes because I was ready to get out of there like minute 5. You know what I mean? Like after we walked in, they sat us, you know, and I mean, she's talking about the waitresses and how they bring in our drinks and I was like, oh my goodness, you know. But wow. Yeah, that was just,
and you know, that's
the biggest turn off for me.
And you know, that's also a turn off even for girlfriend circles for me. If like my girlfriends aren't like that, but like if my girlfriend brought a friend or a family member something and they were talking about people, that irritates me. And I'm not going to act like I'm perfect and say that we haven't commented on somebody, but you could tell a negative person that that's what they do all the time is pick people apart. Like that is so not only disheartening, but I was thinking one time that somebody make a comment about somebody's weight and say, oh my God, look how big she is. She knows she don't need to be wearing that. Can you imagine? Say that person had just lost, 50 pounds and they felt good about themselves that day and came out and felt like, you know what, I want to put on a nice sundress. And they just was feeling good about themselves. And you don't know what, you know what I mean? And you just like totally just shot some negative darts at that person.
Change their whole mood and just
that could have been the only thing that they had to wear.
And here's the bad thing about that example you just gave. That person would have felt so bad, most likely, that they could have went home and then started eating because they was upset. And
setback.
Yeah, and from that example you gave of them losing 50 pounds that they was excited about, they just put some of that back on right there in that one day because of those negative comments.
They wouldn't put on no 50 pounds.
Well, no, I said put some of that back on.
Yeah, that's where it started.
It wasn't they put 50 on, but I mean they put pounds back on they just was celebrating because they was eating because they were so upset.
Yes, so, and granted, the person might not hear the negative comments, but the sad part about that, the person who's saying the negative things, what that does is that repels people. So the guy who you want, or before you even hear things out their mouths, a good person, whether it's a man or a male or female, they can feel negative vibes and they don't want to be in tight friendship, relationship, or anything. They can feel that, and that repels people. So those I feel you right there.
Yeah, that's a red flag for me. I mean, as soon as I hear something like that, I mean my it's time to get away. So
that's I have to.
I don't even want to be around it, co-sign it, none of that.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I was gonna make a point. I forgot what I was gonna say, but I feel you. That's a good one. So my red flag that caused me to run, again, aside from these other little things, do we live with his mama and all of that, besides those waving flags, besides those, the one red flag that I learned over my dating life, the red flag that made me run is how he talks about his ex. And I kid you not, you're the only one that did not say anything negative about your ex. And it was so beautiful that when you did tell me about your ex, that was a huge green flag that started waving. Because I've learned, like, over, even since from my 20s, there was a trend, like, these guys they really hate their ex. Like, and then it made me know that is a sign of resentment. That's a sign of unforgiveness. That's a sign that they ain't gonna put too much into me, that they're gonna deal with me on a surface level. That was a sign for a lot of things. I remember I was talking to this one guy, and we were just in our talking phases. We met online, so we had gotten past the phase of communicating through the app, but then we exchanged numbers and we started talking on the phone. So it was maybe like our fourth week in talking to each other. And I never forget, one night he and I were on the phone, and his daughter kept calling him. His youngest daughter kept calling her, and his daughter was like 7. She kept calling, and so I said, "Don't you want to?" Who's that keep calling? Like, and he was like, "That's all that's my daughter. She always call when her mother and her mother's boyfriend get into it." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, they at it again. They fighting again." And I said, "You're not concerned that your daughter is hearing her mother being beaten or hit or by her?" He was like, "Nah, that's who she chose. And at that point, and the sad part for me is that I did not take that clue that he was, wow, that I didn't take the clue that this was a red flag. I didn't take the clue until the next guy or the next 2 guys, when the last guy before you, when he had just went through a horrible divorce. I mean, a horrible divorce. And he was so mad at his ex-wife because whatever their disagreement was, is that their kids were caught in the middle. And it was so horrible with his divorce that he had a resentment towards his daughter, who was grown. He had a resentment towards his daughter because his daughter seemingly took her mother's side or understood her mother's argument in the relationship. And because of it, he cut his daughter off. And that was the red flag to say, this is a pattern. You're dating these guys. This is a pattern. And that is your big red flag. That if there is an issue that they have with their ex, that is the clue to run and run fast. And
and not to cut you off, I'm sorry. What I think is a bad thing is, there's a lot of people in society that think you can't have a cordial breakup. They think you're supposed to argue and fight and then make scenes everywhere you go, and every time you see that person, you're supposed to argue again. There are a lot of people that think this is the way it's supposed to happen, and this is normal. And it's like, really?
And a lot of women think that it's a good thing if you hate the ex and love them, because it's like it's got to be either or. Wow. Like, you've got to hate the ex to make room to love the new one. Wow. And that is that's y'all let me know, what's y'all red flags? Put y'all red flags in the comments.
That's a lot of negative energy.
It's a lot of negative energy.
You get tired.
Yes, put your red flags down in the comments and let us know what y'all think, because a lot of people can, save a lot of heartbreak if they would, examine the fruit.
Yeah.
Like, if you examine the fruit, look to see what this person or these individuals, what they are producing that is, so.
Yeah. So with that, I got to pull out a scripture to support what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes.
So let me wipe my glasses off.
Yeah. So while he's pulling up the scripture here, please drop down in the comments, what's your red flags? There are tons of them out there. So things that, please don't overlook these things. And I'm not saying that no one, can grow or heal or be human, but there's some patterns that are saying run from me. So what the word say, baby?
So the word says, and this came from 1 John 4, and this is verse 1, okay? 1 John 4, verse 1. It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Mm-hmm. So basically, try the spirit by the spirit. Yeah. If somebody shows you that they are rude or they are disrespectful or they are whatever it is they are,
hating on people,
trust that.
Believe what Maya Angelou said. Believe them the first time.
Yeah, when people show you who they are, trust them.
trust that.
them,
especially if they say you my wife or God said you're my husband.
Yeah,
you better try that spirit.
You look at another girl, I'll kill you.
Oh, you think that's cute?
Oh,
you think that's cute?
Oh, you.
Yeah, or even you prophesying to yourself saying, God said he my husband. You better try the spirit by the spirit. You better try that spirit by the spirit.
You know, it's amazing what we say and think that it's joking. And it
jokingly
comes
cute.
Yeah, and it comes back on you multiple times and you don't catch it.
Yes.
You have to pay attention to those things because I mean, you're out looking for your soulmate. And think about this. This is a person that you plan to spend the rest of your life with. And you see these early signs. What do you do?
Yeah, and think about it this way. If this don't bring no reality to you, say you on your sick bed and you're unconscious and he's got to make a decision and say you got a lot of money and he's got to make a decision. He's got to make a decision.
Oh my goodness. You made me think of Sinbad when he was telling people that was dating these young women. He was telling you better get your older woman that know the signs of stroke.
Exactly. He'll give you some CPR. Yeah, because he'd be like, shoot, forget her. I ain't like my ex-wife. I don't like her either. She act just like my ex-wife. Forget her. So try the spirit by the spirit. Yeah. Don't ignore those
comparing you all the time to somebody else. You know, you don't deserve that.
You remind me of my mother. Well, I don't know. That could be a bad thing.
Yeah, you know, you remind me of my ex, and you know, you just like these other women I dated, or vice versa, men or whatever. You know,
I thought you was different.
You know, it's
those are signs.
Yeah, you have to be careful because again, these might be things that you might think we're being very nitpicky, but again, the person that you're looking for right now is your soulmate. Yes. Somebody you're going to spend the rest of your life with. This ain't somebody that you're just trying to be a friend to. This is somebody you're trying to spend the rest of your life
and make life decisions with.
Maybe the co-parent of your child. You know, maybe the person that you're going to be establishing a business with.
Or ministry with.
You know, a new business, whatever the case is, you know. So you're going to have to depend on this person and partner with this person in a lot of areas of your life going forward once you meet them. Yes. And so these signs that you're seeing early, just don't ignore them. You know, put some type of thought to it to make sure that you're not just, you know, overreacting to something.
Yes, be picky. Take that same caution as you would if you were buying your dream house.
That's why it's so important to let God pick this mate for you, because God is definitely going to find somebody for you that is going to be the right fit for you and for them.
And the right fit for each other's crazy.
Yeah.
For our flaws. Yeah. So yes.
Yeah, we both crazy.
We both crazy.
But our crazies complement each other.
Yeah, our crazies complement each other. And I ain't scared. His crazy ain't no threat. So that's it for us.
Yes.
If you need prayer, if you want us to agree with you in prayer, please email us terrenceandjill@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thanks to all those who we met this week.
Oh my goodness.
Some beautiful people, beautiful testimonies. And so we loving ministering to you all. Join us, as I said, on Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when we go live. Turn on your notifications. Please subscribe. Please share our videos. Yes. Thank y'all for all the love and the feedback and the comments and the likes. And we really appreciate it.
Yes. And invite others.
Invite others. And so, That's it for us.
Yeah, with that said, you guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
And your Palm Sunday tomorrow, and it's a new month. It's a new beginning. So, so that's it for us. So, with that said, deuces.